Mr. David Eagle, as I live and breathe.
Hello, Paul. Silky White. And hello, audience. I'm assuming that we have an audience. We can't hear you or see you, which is very odd.
We can imagine you, though. We can imagine being in lovely Llangollen in...
Well, when we agreed last year to do this festival, I had absolutely no idea that I'd be just sitting essentially here by my bed.
Yeah, and I'm in my lounge in Leeds, you're in Sheffield, and Llangollen is the other side of the Pennines and the Welsh border, which we believe is guarded with men with guns and dogs at the moment.
Yes, exactly. So this is quite... Well, we always have men with guns and dogs manning our gigs ordinarily anyway, so this is no different for us. But this is a very profound, strange experience to be doing stand-up comedy. For 3 or 4 months, so we've not had an audience to play to, Silky. I just imagine canned laughter now when I'm just sort of going around the house. I'll just have my own laughter track. And sometimes I'm sort of missing the sort of the repartee between me and the audience. So sometimes I'll just heckle myself in a different voice around the house. And then just sort of answer myself, just give myself a withering put down or something.
Just bellow, I'll just be doing shit midway through.
Exactly. I'll just be doing the dishes, and I'll be like, "Yeah, you cleaned that cup terribly, you stupid idiot." And then I'll say, "Oh yeah, well, so's your mother," or something. Doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't matter because there isn't an audience.
Yeah, it's basically just one man's descent into madness.
Yeah, which, if you've seen us before, is essentially what our gigs are like, although it's usually 2 men's descent into madness, and that's probably what you're going to witness now for the next 30 minutes. It's not just us wittering on like this on a Zoom call.
No, we've got clips. Just before lockdown started, we did a little mini tour of the UK. We did a couple of dates in Yorkshire, one in Husthwaite in the middle of absolutely nowhere in the lovely Hambleton Hills, and one in Settle, the Victoria Hall, and then we did a show up in Glasgow. Yeah. You made an early dart from Glasgow, which was...
The Glasgow one was interesting because the taxi arrived before the gig finished, and I realised that, well, he was getting quite impatient, the driver. He'd already rang me a couple of times. And it's that weird thing, it's that British guilt, I suppose. It's that thing of feeling guilty that the taxi driver has arrived earlier than I asked him to arrive. And then rather than say, look, I'm in the middle of doing a gig to an audience here, I said, I felt more guilty about leaving him in the lurch than I did about leaving an entire audience. I know that you're capable of being a solo performer, Silky. I'm sorry, audience, I'm going to leave.
Much as I appreciate that, I think it's important that audiences know that a taxi driver's time is more important to you, Mr. Eagle, than an audience's satisfaction.
Well, the thing is, the audience had already paid, so I'd already got that money, whereas I knew the meter was ticking, and so we don't get much for this comedy lark, Silky. So any over-ticking of the meter was essentially going to potentially make a difference between me breaking even from a gig and it costing me money. So I decided actually money was more important to me than the audience. Having said that, davideagle.co.uk, you can leave a donation on my website. Excellent. There we go. Got that in.
Well done. Well done.
The good thing about doing this, Silky, is that we don't actually have to leave the house now. I mean, we don't have an audience. We can't hear the sound of an audience laughing, which is really strange.
True.
But it means that we don't have to leave the house. So it's such a strange thing of just like being able to do a gig without actually leaving the house. Yeah, normally, the biggest stress is the travel.
It is, yeah, much as I love Llangollen, I tend to be travelling on a Friday against the flow of rush hour traffic or in rush hour traffic. And I would dearly love to be in Llangollen right now. However, this gig is some 15 steps from my bed, which is, I mean, I wouldn't invite everyone in Llangollen into my bed.
Well, not with the current COVID situation. I mean, ordinarily we would, and we do.
Of course,
and I'm sorry that we're not able to do that this year.
The standard Silky and Eagle orgiastic people pile with which we anticipated finishing all of our gigs, like some sort of cross between the Chinese state circus, motorcycle display team pyramid. Do
you remember at the start when I said it's not just going to be the two of us wittering on Zoom for 30 minutes? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is.
Let's play a clip of us wittering on.
Yeah, it's exactly like this, but there is an audience that validates that what we've just done for the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes may seem absolutely pointless to you and not very funny, but an audience would have vindicated our decisions. And so we're going to play you a clip where there's an actual audience doing just that. And it's a clip that introduces ourselves, isn't it? It says who we are, because there's a lot of people, especially you've done Llangollen Festival before. I never have, Silky. So despite that was a joke, what we said before about sharing the bed. You've ruined that now, David. We thought that was true. So here we are from Leicester, and there's a little introduction, and then there's a little song at the end of that, and then we'll be back to do some more wittering.
Enjoy Leicester.
Yes, I've got the accordion with me now, and
the Venus flytrap of musical instruments.
Because some people may not know, for those people who don't, I am a folk singer. That's what I do for a living, and so I hope that people do laugh, because I'm quite new to comedy. So I hope that people are going to laugh tonight. Otherwise, I'm just going to launch into a 50-verse ballad around war, murder, and incest.
Please laugh. It's actually against the Geneva Convention.
If you've not been to a folk club before, that can be what it's like. It's bearded men and women singing lengthy songs about war, murder, and incest. It can be like listening to Game of Thrones the musical with extra incest. I remember getting into trouble once. Did a joke a few weeks ago. Still doing it, despite the laughter, and never learned. And the gig organizer afterwards, he said, "I'm not very happy with you, David. I asked you to keep this family friendly," and I said, "I did." He said, "You did loads of jokes about incest." So there's nothing more family friendly. So, and there's also a paranoid side of me as well that that feels I should mention that I'm blind. And the reason I mention this, I do mention it because even if I'm not going to talk about it for the rest of the evening, I've sort of learned from experience. You've been a lovely crowd, but I've learned from experience that sort of going on stage and trying to talk about anything else, I can hear people in the audience sort of whispering to their friends, "Oh, is he blind? What's going on?" And they presumably think they're being discreet and largely inaudible, but being blind, I have the super hearing ability of a bat. It comes in quite handy because I bloody love killing moths. Oh, sorry, I should have warned you. Some of this stuff is going to be controversial tonight. I wanted to mention that as well, because I also know that the audience as well, if I don't talk about it at all, I'll get home and I'll find that people have Googled to find out. They've taken it upon themselves to do a Google search. And I know this because I know the searches that bring people to my website. And the most popular searches for my name in Google are David Eagle blind, David Eagle disability, or my personal favourite is, "What's wrong with David Eagle?" Might not have nothing to do with the blindness, you know. It might just be my therapist just resorting to Googling shit. If you do Google that, by the way, it will take you to a lengthy ex-girlfriend's blog. By which I mean the blog is lengthy, not my ex-girlfriend. The politically correct term is tall. You see why she broke up with you now with this name calling. But anyway. But so if you're not enjoying the show, by the way, you could probably just get your own back on me and just sort of, don't put any comments on those sort of public forums. Just insult me privately via Google search. It'll be more harrowing for me because it means when I'm checking my emails late at night and I'm thinking, I wonder if that comedy agency have got back in touch with me, that TV production company have got back in touch about the idea, anything to take me away from doing gigs with Silky, please. And
David Eagle, endangered species.
And instead, I've got no such emails. I've just got a lot of people, a notification from Google saying 20 people have Googled David Eagle wanker. I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be an insult, really, does it? It could be a perverse fan. David Eagle wanker, I'm feeling mucky. Anyway, I don't think, if you are thinking about Googling that, I don't think there are any images or videos. There might be a few doing the rounds on the dark web. I don't know. For me, all the web is dark. The laughter is flagging. I'm going to go for the sympathy vote. Okay. Wake up, Rover, it's time to die. Look up into the darkened sky. You've been my pet for many a fun year, but now I've got a task that'll cause you tears. Your days of warmth and security are through, cause I've got another job for you, and I'm afraid it's not quite as nice. You're gonna be a pet sacrifice, cause I'm killing my dog. I'm killing my dog. I'm killing my dog for Satan. I'm killing my dog. I'm killing my dog. I'm killing my dog for Satan. I like to ease the audience in gently. And since you were a puppy and boy boy, how you've grown, but now it's time to leave the safety of your family home. Put down that chew toy, leave go of that bone. There's no one you can call, there's no one you can phone, and even if you could call someone, they wouldn't get here in time. And anyway, who would they call? K999? First one of the evening, yeah. You've always been such a friendly and faithful chihuahua, but now I'm offering up your soul for the devil to devour. Cause I'm getting my dog, I'm getting my dog, I'm getting my dog. Sing all together now, I'm getting my dog, I'm getting my dog, I'm getting my dog for Satan. Oh, Rover, you silly old chump, as I give your leg one, as you know, you give my leg one farewell. Google that, my friends. Oh, Rover, you silly... Arguably, it was funnier, though. Oh, Rover, you silly old chump, as you give my leg one farewell. Oh, the secrets are coming out, Silky.
I always wondered why you never had a guide dog.
Oh, dear. For old time's sake, I'll give your belly a rub. Then I'll pat you on the head and feed you tummy rolls and love. I'm sorry, Rover, I just don't have a choice. I heard satanic messages in your doggy voice, so I know that you're evil, and I know that you're cursed, and I recorded you barking, and I played it in reverse. I'm killing my dog, I'm killing my dog, I'm killing my dog for Satan. I'm killing my dog, I'm killing my dog, I'm killing my dog for Satan. Make no bones about it, Rover, it's time to die as I cast you into the fiery dark. And once you get to hell, my friend, you ain't never coming back. Not all my songs are autobiographic.
No, I remember as a younger person, much younger, sending in milk bottle tops to Blue Peter. I don't think that's what they intended them to be used for. Tremendous.
Can you undo the damage?
Oh yeah, I've got some lovely songs.
Ah.
There we go. The song was the benefit of brevity as well. It's not small. Your hands are cold.
Okay, so
Seriously, that's all that's on. I've written several songs that are just long enough to get the point across and then stop.
Well, here's a song about flirting a cat.
It's one of the few impressions I do, but... Cat with a hairball.
I thought you were doing Mongolian throat singing, but anyway.
My real girlfriend, you're just the gap between two cushions on the sofa when my mum was out. I do that song for all parents of teenage boys. Who've never been a teenage boy themselves. Anyone who lives with a man. Effectively shaved apes with erections. This is why I don't get to do folk music. I mean, I really like playing the guitar, but then I tend to spoil it. Sorry. Tits. I can't not. I'm a very juvenile man. My ex-girlfriend actually said to me, "You know you are so juvenile." And I said, "At least I don't smell of poo." It was actually the same girlfriend who said to me over dinner one evening, "Am I a compromise for you too?" So we hope you enjoyed that. I have a bit of a history of doing little short songs because you get paid the same PRS if they're 30 seconds or 8 minutes. That's a very cynical view of the world.
Good point, you see, and that's why, if Vargan knew that when he was doing his ring cycle, but I don't think PRS was around then. Wasting his time.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we have a little ditty from Settle?
Yes, the lovely Victoria Hall in Settle. Are you ready to rock?
Yeah!
Yes, there's only folk and comedy fans in Settle on a Saturday can. Are you ready to rock? Yeah! Yes, Riddlesdale, rock beats all! Rock beats all! Except paper. From the books on your shelves, I thought we could be friends. I thought we could be friends, which makes me sad to be burgling your house. So, true to our word, that was a nice short little song. Brevity being the soul of wit. Now then, over to you, Mr. Eagle.
Thank you. I'm going to play a little song again, but this time not from one of our shows. It's going to be a little video that I did of a song, and we are going to preface that with a little introduction explaining what the song is all about. My introductions are often longer than the songs themselves. This is probably the case in this case as well. Here we and the introduction to the introduction is often longer than the introduction as well. But anyway, there's two of them. We could start this again, but we're not. Why the heck? Two of the. Right, we're going to start that again.
I think this is, ladies and gentlemen, we take you back to the Leicester Comedy Festival in March this year, where Mr. David Eagle, as good as his word, neatly, succinctly and tightly introduces the song, which you're going to see immediately afterwards. Now shut up, David.
So, I'll sing a little song that was inspired by a taxi journey that I took. And it was, in the taxi, the driver had Heart Radio on. I don't know if anyone is aware of Heart Radio, but it brands itself as the feel-good radio station. All the jingles are going out as a feel-good radio station. Although the presenter that particular day obviously hadn't got the memo. Because they played Rhythm is a Dancer by Snap, that terrible line, I'm serious as cancer when I say Rhythm is a Dancer. So they played that, and then there was another jingle saying a feel-good radio station, and then there was an advert, the first advert came on and said, have you done your will yet? Sounds like one of those folk songs about incest, but...
I did, and then I did all that. And now we've got triangular children.
And then there was Amy Winehouse saying how she didn't need to go to rehab because she was absolutely tickety-boo, thank you very much.
Tickety-boo!
If you're not heard the song, I'm paraphrasing. I mean, it would have been better if it was like that. They're trying to go to rehab, but I'm tickety-boo.
This is the difference between the world of rock music and the world of folk music. Rock music, heroin.
Yeah.
You got Kurt Cobain blowing his own head off with a sawn off. You got Amy Winehouse's slow death spiral. In the world of folk, you got everything's tickety-boo. This is what happens if you use George Formby's stem cells.
Then one of the songs that was played, and I don't know what the song was, but it was a woman singing about how she wanted a bad boy. And there's a number of these songs out there. And I was thinking, what is a bad boy? What constitutes a bad boy? I've done a bit of research. Turns out it's not a blind folk singer from Hartlepool. So then I was thinking, well, what does it take to be a bad boy? Well, you'll be pleased to hear that I can divulge such information now. Yeah, and I'm going to sing all about that in this little ditty. That's what all the bad boys call their songs.
Are you ready to rock over the next ditty? Come on, tickety-boo, master!
Tickety booyah, booyah, brap, brap. For anyone who's confused, brap, brap, that's kind of like an urban salutation there, just in case you're thinking, why is he suddenly started referring to the British Association of Pharmaceutical Physicians? I know that was on the tip of your tongue.
Up goes the eagle.
I'm a bad boy, I don't play by the rules, cause girls don't want no goody two-shoes. I say naughty words like bloody and bugger. I drink too much wine, I eat too much sugar, cause I don't give a damn about a balanced diet. I'm not gonna grill it, gonna bloody well fry it. I ain't shy, I ain't coy, I'm a bad boy.
He's a bad boy, a bad boy.
boy, I don't put down the toilet seat. If you mess with me, then I will diss you in a tweet. My name's Reginald, but my homies call me Reggie. I'm always saying things that are a little bit edgy. I'm the kind of guy who'd give you a wedgie. I don't eat fruit, I don't like veggies. Well, actually, I quite like bok choy, but I'm a bad boy.
He's a bad boy, a bad boy. He always googles when he plays the crossword. He's a bad boy, a bad boy. If his dog does a poo, he won't pick up his dirt. He's a bad boy, a bad boy. He puts his elbows on the table when he's eating. He's a bad boy, a bad boy. Even when he's out, he'll keep on the central heating.
Boy that you invite for dinner.
Ain't got no manners 'cause I eat with my fingers.
Ain't got no manners 'cause I eat with my fingers. Eat with my fingers. Eat with my fingers. I'm the bad boy that you invite for dinner.
Ain't got no manners 'cause I eat with my fingers.
Ain't got no manners 'cause I eat with my
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm a bad boy, I rarely clean my flat. My bedroom's a mess, what you think about that? And if it smells, what the hell I wouldn't use for breeze? I don't say thank you, I don't say please. I wouldn't say bless you if you did a sneeze. I don't give a damn about the plight of the bees. I don't care if I upset or annoy, 'cause I'm a bad boy.
He's a bad boy, a bad boy. He's always late returning books to the library. He's a bad boy, a bad boy. He's not the kind of guy you'd see in a priory. He's a bad boy, a bad boy. He never tips when he goes to a restaurant. He's a bad boy, a bad boy. He's the kind of guy girls like me can't help but want. He's a bad boy.
Who's bad? Who's bad?
I'm bad.
Who's bad? Who's bad?
I'm bad.
Who's bad? Who's bad?
It's me, I'm bad.
Who's bad? Who's bad?
I'm bad Michael Jackson. Not in a sleeping with kids bad, obviously.
Right, Silky. This time I'm going to do a concise introduction. Watch this, Silky. I'm just going to prove that I can do it. That was a little song of mine called Bad Boy. You can see that video on YouTube, although the rest of our footage is exclusive, and here is an exclusive recording of one of Silky's songs as we head back to settle. Thank you. Results.
Going away, but you knew that. Tell you it's just for a while. Going away, but you guessed as much. What I've not told you is why. We only get one chance at living. We all only get one set of days. I go out at night, use my hours to fight. I fight crime in her myriad ways. But by day I'm an artist at Subway. Shut up, it's valid. Now feed all the people who queue. My footlongs, they are legendary. Maybe I've slipped one to you. What? But under your nose in these polyester clothes, there's an ordinary hero, an extraordinary guy. My colleagues and I, we are legion. And each night we battle the dark. We are police community support officers. Our police community support officers. Everyone laughs. You think that we're crap? We fight crime in affordable ways. My partner's called Steve. He's divorced now. He's got handcuffs he bought on eBay. There's some CS gas spray and a taser. I think they're why his wife went away. We are police community support officers. The real cops are nasty, they bully us endlessly. Who do you go to when you're being bullied by cops? They call us the elves and they treat us like shelves and they send us to get them things from the shops. 20 Benson and a Calippo, you little bastard. They call us the gimps and they call us the trimps. It's an acronym, stands for completely helpless in most policing situations. Stab vests on stab proof or high visibility runs in the brain. They say you could be real cops but you can't pass exams and you all stink of links and you live with your mams. Do you have any idea how demoralising it is being outranked by a horse? My mum worries one day I might not come home again. We are police community support officers. Police community luminous gnomes. Police community pebble magnets. Police community, motorized cones. Police community, hobby bobbies. Morale is low. I can show you support by singing along. For police community support officers. Police community support officers. If you need us, dial 999. Option 12. Thank you.
So that was Police Community Support Officer, or the PCSO song, live, I say live, recorded live at the Victoria Hall in Settle on our mini tour. And not kind of blowing trumpets, but in the front row, as I sang that, was musical comedy legend Mike Harding. So it was a little scary knowing that someone who's on first name terms with your Billy Connolly's and your Jasper Carrots and your Jake Thackeray's was sat there. I mean, I'd say he enjoyed it. I hope he enjoyed it. We've got some nice photos of him coming up and shaking our hands afterwards. It's like,
yeah, exactly. He subsequently gave us COVID, but maybe he didn't enjoy it. Maybe that's what he was doing. He's like, I've got this disease, you bastards. Thanks a lot for wasting 90 minutes of my life.
He insisted on sneezing into our open mouths.
Exactly, which I think is a sign of enjoyment, if there isn't one. I don't think he was very happy because he now tempts as a police community support officer, so I think you might have upset him, Silky. But anyway,
yes.
Where are we going next, Silky? I think we've got one final clip to play. Is a little outro, maybe?
We kicked off the songs with your song about killing your dog for Satan. So I think it's my turn to do a dog song.
Yes, we're topping and tailing with a dog. It's like being back in the bed in Llangollen, isn't it?
You know, at the Glasgow gig, you broke a second one of my phones.
Right. I think this is your phone was broken twice at one of our joint comedy gigs, comedy music gigs. I don't think either of them are my fault. The first time, you dropped your phone down the toilet just before you came on stage.
Actually, as it was due to be going on stage, I was fishing my phone out of the loo.
That is hardly a morale booster, is it? You know, like you feel nervous sometimes before a gig and you need to get into that positive mindset. And just as the MC's going, please welcome on the stage, Paul Silky White, you drop your phone and you're fishing your phone out of the toilet with you.
Yeah.
Oh, to be honest, that's another reason why COVID has occurred, because you were dripping with cistern water.
It wasn't. I went to see if I could get it fixed, and the guy in the phone shop around the corner from where I live said, what did it fall into? And I said, the loo. And he went, no, what did it fall into? And I went, oh, piss. And he went, oh, my friend, it is the minerals. As if it could kind of pinball off every turd in Christendom and it'd be fine. But as soon as a hint of piss is introduced into the mixture, shall we say? Yeah.
If you are a clumsy person who frequently drops your phone down the toilet, maybe just try and eke out a little poo, and that'll absorb the egregious minerals. There you go. Bit of lifestyle advice. We're like Martin Lewis of the comedy world here.
Phone saving expert. Well, the second time my phone broke at one of our gigs was at the Glasgow gig, so we've got some recording of it, but not the phone recording of it, because you were stamping your foot with such force and alacrity that the phone bounced off the stool it was resting on to record the gig.
Yes. But again, I would say that I always stamp my feet when I do it. I would say, therefore, maybe position the phone in a better place. I'm going to blame that on gravity and lack of foresight. So I'm not taking responsibility for either. Also, wouldn't it be fun? Imagine if you were demonstrating that, and as you were stamping your feet just then, your phone fell off the table.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure that it was remaining on the tripod and in good order. Right then.
Anyway, no equipment was harmed during the making of this video, although 2 animals potentially were. But anyway, shall we say goodbye to people and leave them with a little song from Leicester, I think it is, or is it Settle?
Settle. Yes. Well, it's been lovely. It's been lovely being seen by you. Hopefully, it will be it will be a mutual situation before too long. But
next year, hopefully, we get to see you in the flesh. You're all welcome round here. Sheffield. Bring the Llangollen Festival to my bed in Sheffield. Let's do it the other way around.
Well, hope you're all very well. Stay safe, stay in, and all that. Yeah, use your common sense. And lots of love from myself and Mr. Eagle.
Lots of love from me as well. Plutonic in the main, but you never know. We haven't got a catchphrase, so we'll just say goodbye.
Yeah, see you later.
I love you so much. 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 Squirrel! Well, you leave me on my own in the house in the morning and I worry that you're never coming back. When you're in, I'm not allowed on the furniture, no. But when you go out, I go on the furniture. I go on the sofa by the window and I watch you leave. Oh, when are you coming home? Oh, I miss you. Oh, please come back. Oh. And then the postman comes and I don't like the postman, so I shout, hey, postman! Hey, postman! He runs away, wanker. I keep play safe. I do it for you. Why? Easy, because I love you so much. 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 And then I rub my bum on the bedroom floor. I rub my bum on the bedroom floor. Scooch, scooch, scooch along the bedroom floor. It feels nice. It feels nice. Try it. Then you come back home and it's so good to see you and I jump up and try and kiss your face and you go, your breath is horrible. I go, I know, I can reach my arsehole with my nose. Gives a kiss. And you say something about too much energy and it's WALK for me. Oh my God, we're going for a walk. I love walking. I love walking. It's brilliant. And then you throw me the stick, so I bring back the stick, and then you throw me the stick, and then I bring back the stick, so you throw me the stick, and then I bring back the stick, and you throw me the stick, and then I bring back the stick, so you throw me the stick, and then I bring back the stick, so you throw me the stick, and then I bring back the stick, so you throw me the stick. So you just lift your feet up a second. So you pretend to throw the stick. I look like a twat. Ha 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 ha. So I rub my bum on the bowling green. I rub my bum on the bowling green. You shout stop, I'm not keen. the grass is nice and short and green. The grass gets right up in between. It feels nice, doesn't it? It feels nice. Then we go back home and it's time for tea. I can't open the can. You open the tin for me. Have my dinner from a bowl on the floor. No, 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 no. Is there any more? This tastes even nicer than my balls. Lovely balls. And then you go into the lounge and you watch TV and you don't pay any attention to me. So I put my head on your knee and drool and you go, get off, you slobbery old fool. There's really just one option left to me. Isn't the settle? Yep, I rub my bum on the brand new carpet. I rub my bum on the brand new carpet. I maintain unblinking eye contact with you as I drag my hole across the floor towards you. I'm leaving a little brown line behind me. Maybe it's crayon. It's not crayon. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. And there's one leg pointing that way, one leg pointing that way. There's something in the middle like a wet chili pepper. I love you so much. 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 You're all right. Fine. You win. Are you happy now? You win. We can get a dog. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been absolutely lovely.